I had a question about Black Monday. Huge fan of it. When y'all are tackling the show that can be completely wacky, but y'all are able to pull it back really
Right.
well. So that's kind of my question: is how do
Yeah.
y'all go into it, keeping it from getting too wacky and pulling it back to these very dramatic
Right.
moments?
I think, and this is something that I often was on the outside of when people would read a script or see a movie and they'd be like, I don't know if it wants me to laugh or wants me to cry or if it wants me to, and I was like, seems like that it wants you to do both. Seems like it's kind of wants you to get mad and then it seemed like they wanted you to get upset and it seemed like they wanted you to laugh.
Same scene sometimes.
Yeah, and in the same scene sometimes. And it never really bothered me in anything I would experience if I was on the journey with the characters and if there were actors that I believed and they were taking it, they weren't winking at the camera, they weren't trying to demonstrate how they wanted it to be. They internalized it and went through it. Because we all know that. We all know people laugh at funerals. We all know people cry at things that are supposed to be joyful because they're going through something. So I think if you have a smart audience, you shouldn't be scared to challenge those kinds of swings. Because if you're truthful about them and they're coming from someplace that's anchored, I think the audience can do it.
Hi there. Is there an orientation video or a packet? I just really need a computer to get the algorithm going. I was going over the numbers last night and I realized what went wrong.
Hey, what went wrong is that you spent all night going over numbers, okay? When you can learn way more about trading from raising hell. The Run DMC album. Basically, it's tricky. Brant, if you didn't write that down...
I'm loving it. It's great, but maybe it could be the Talking Heads?
We'll see.
It's the template. It's what we're trying to do. So everybody kind of understands that being the DNA as we go in, that we want to have down moments and pull the rug out from under the down moments and have something ridiculous happen, and vice versa, be able to be in something that seems insane and outlandish and have two people looking at each other and say, it's just, I love you. You don't know that's what this is. And us know that, like, we've been in those situations that are ridiculous and then something like that happens. So, it's not art imitating life necessarily, but it's finding the truth in those moments and playing them fully for what they're supposed to be and just trusting that that's going to work. We never know.